Hello everyone, welcome to Current Affairs series with Dr. Ved Rana. Topic for today's discussion is from international relations. We'll be decoding an important agreement which is dominating headlines. So India and Japan, after years of negotiations, have finally seized a major agreement which will boost their diplomatic ties to next level and will augment their defense forces as well. So in today's lecture, we'll be decoding the Indo-Japan Military Logistics Agreement, its significance, what are the countries with which we share such agreements, and what are the other additional themes which you should prepare from prelims or mains point of view. So without wasting any time, let's just decode what this agreement is. So the formal name for this agreement is ACSA. It stands for Acquisition and Cross Servicing Agreement. So it's a military logistic agreement which the both countries were trying to seal for years, and finally the Defense Secretary of India Ajay Kumar and the ambassador from Japanese side Suzuki Satoshi has signed this agreement. So you have to understand that this agreement will facilitate, or you could say enable, the both countries to use each other important naval bases as well as other military supplies and services. So what exactly are these supply and services? They include plethora of themes, right from the food, water, medical services, communication, transportation, and other needs which at time can be quite handy. So during the humanitarian aid operations as well as some disaster relief, such agreements come in handy, as well as the global strategic ramification, because we know that how China is flexing its muscle across the borders, and the disputed island with the Japan, or you could say the LAC standoff with India, has been the common ground for both countries to come together and share military logistics. So military logistics itself is a broad term, and we had seen there are numerous naval as well as military exercises in which both countries share close ties. So these close naval exercises began right when the Japan entered the famous Malabar exercise, which used to be bilateral between India and US. But since 2015, now Japan is also part of it. So this is where the story started, and they felt that it was the right time for both countries to share logistics. It will not only reduce cost, but at times it could be critical as well. So this is not the first time, because in prelims they might say that this is the first time that India is signing military logistics agreement with some foreign country. We already have such arrangements with 5 countries. So those 5 countries are important from prelims point of view. We have it with USA, France, Oman, Singapore, and Australia. So make sure you are thorough with these 5 names. There are specific names, just like we have seen the ACSA, there is Hermosa with US. There is no need to just mug up all the specific details, but at least you should be thorough with the exact countries with which we share such close military ties. Because once these military ties are close diplomatically also, we are closer to those countries. The significance I have already highlighted. The first and foremost is it will elevate our diplomatic ties with Japan to next level. We already have 2+2 dialogue, in which our defense as well as foreign ministers meet. So that arrangement itself is clearly highlighting that these two powerhouses of Asia share a vision, as well as the communication gap is at the lowest gap. So this helps in elevating the ties first and foremost. Secondly, it will aid in sharing of services and goods, just I have highlighted during the naval drills, as well as UN disaster relief responses or humanitarian aid operation. It helps in better coordination, as well as reduces the cost of operations as well. So and more geopolitically, we can say this is one of the steps by which we are further trying to check the China's aggressive stance across the Asia, because the dream which China is selling of Asian century in particular is more or less Chinese stream, and we need to balance it. The string of pearls theory we all know. Now, the naval exercise in which this agreement will practically take shape is going to be the Malabar one, and the conventional exercise which you should also know, which both countries have been participant, has been the JIMEX. JIMEX stands for Japan India Maritime Exercise. So this whenever such exercises or bilateral drills are being conducted, this will further help in augmenting that. And the more important one is the Malabar, because since Malabar JIMEX frequency has been reduced, this is a trilateral drill currently, India, US and Japan. There is another country which is showing keen interest in entering this agreement formally, and that's Australia, and that makes the relevance of Quad quite relevant. So make sure you also go through the recent negotiations which are going on for this Quad. Apart from the India, US, Japan, there is Australia as well. So all these things are in a way to check the Chinese stance or flexing its muscle and asserting itself in the Asian waters as well as on the lands. Apart from that, make sure you also brush up your knowledge about other naval exercises which are there. We have such with Russia, we have with US, just I have discussed, and also neighboring countries like Sri Lanka, Maldives. So this is a good move considering the close bond. How we know Shinzo Abe tenure is resigning now because of health reasons, and this is one of the final steps which he has taken for once again cement the already the growing bond between the two economic powerhouses. So this is all we have for the AXA, or you could say the India-Japan military logistics agreement, and this hopefully will continue, and we will try to increase these countries on more mutual sharing. But mutual sharing as well as cooperation is always a win-win situation for the both the countries. So keep following such international developments as well. They can be asked in prelims, or in a way whenever you are told to assess the bilateral relationship or international relationship. Such examples could be specifically put instead of just writing that they both share military ties. If you are going to mention the specific name of exercises or the groupings or the exact terminology like 2+2, or you could say the EXA, it will definitely help you fetching little more marks than the one you are likely to get. So I hope this session was useful in some way. Thank you very much.